How's everybody? Good. Hello, my name is Erin Dugan. My pronouns are she and they, which basically means that if I stop listening to a podcast, I'll die. If I can be vulnerable off the bat, I've been going through a bit of a rough time lately. I used to think I was really into improv comedy, but it turned out I was just bisexual. Pretty common mistake, you know. It happens to the best of us. It's just a lot of passion in the wrong direction, you know. I love myself a good gender/sexuality crisis. I'm incredible at having them. If you've never had a gender/sexuality crisis, it's exactly like in Avatar: The Last Airbender when Prince Zuko gets sick before he can be not evil. Yeah, okay. Yes. But instead of Uncle Iroh healing you, it's Alanis Morissette and some really vulnerable YouTubers. So thank you to them. Thank you to them. But at this point in my life, I have come to terms with the fact that the gender that you people perceive me as is someone who played Quidditch in college. And that's okay. I can take it. I think I'd be a good addition to a threesome because it's a good chance for my slight lazy eye good use. You know, nothing says individualized attention like eye contact, you know? I also think I'd be fun. My mother and yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the correct reaction. My mother, and notice that I do say mother, confronted me recently about my quarantine weight gain, and she said to me, "You know what, Erin? If I don't tell you, nobody will." And I was like, I mean, yeah. That's kind of my ideal situation. Like, I kind of dig that. But my mom's great. I love her. Her name's Tracy. She's great. She's iconic. Tracy's iconic. One of the most iconic things she's ever done is the time that she tried to set me up with my blood relative Carter Dugan. I said, she denies this. I said to her, I was like, but Mom, we're cousins. And she went, first of all, second cousins. Second of all, he works in VR. Does anybody here watch NCIS? Yes. Who's your favorite character? Gibbs, yes. Gibbs is stoic, but he also has, a heart, I love Gibbs. If you don't know NCIS, it stands for Naval Something Investigative Something Else, and I will never learn what it means. Not once in my life. Basically, they solve crimes, mostly murders, that happen in the Navy. And it's really fun when people show up to a crime scene and assess everything, because NCIS will show up and go, well, this crime happened on a Navy boat, so this is our jurisdiction. And then the Air Force will show up and say, actually, this crime happened on a plane that was on the Navy boat. This is our jurisdiction. And then MI6 will show up and go, oi! The victim was eating beans on toast. This is our jurisdiction. I'm sorry if that was offensive. I'm really good at flirting when I'm wearing my glasses. It's very simple, it's very easy. I go up to somebody else who's wearing glasses and I go, Warby? And if they say yes, I go, hey, me too. And if they say no, I go, hey, me neither. I think I'd be really good at pole dancing, but horizontally like a rotisserie chicken, you know what I mean? A lot of people think I'm dumb because I breathe through my mouth. But I breathe through my mouth because I'm very smart. I need a lot of oxygen sent to my brain so I can know many facts, Think of it as the amount of oxygen I can get through these 2 straws versus the amount of straws I can fit in my open mouth, which is 45. People, they say that you eat 8 spiders a year in your sleep, but that's a day's harvest for me. I'm like a barn door, wide open. Get this. I'm a dom in the bedroom, but a sub when I babysit. Babysitting. It's hard. Like the kids will go like, "Oh, mom, always has to have 3 candy bars for dinner," and I'm like, "Wow, it's pretty epic. You have such a chill mom. Here you go." I'm gonna tell one last little story, and then I'll let you get to see main event. It's gonna be so fun. So. When I was in high school, my mother sent me a blindfold for singing camp, but I decided to use it for sex, even though I respect her. And then, by the way, I was 18 when the story took place, so you're allowed to, like, you know. And my boyfriend at the time, his name was Chris, which I should not say. His name was Chris, and he was very sweet and very kind. And I went to him and I was like, "Hey, let's do this." And he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure." And we were doing it. But it turned out that it was really awkward and really quiet and really uncomfortable. And I knew that I had flown a little too close to the sun. So I decided that I was going to make a joke to break the tension. And the joke that I made was, "Wow, this must have been what Helen Keller felt like when she had sex." This was many years ago. I do not approve of it. If I had a time machine, it'd be on my list of things I do. But what actually happened is that I didn't say that. I got a little mixed up with my historical figures, and what I actually said to him out loud was, "Wow, this must have been what Anne Frank felt like when she had sex." And he looked at me with this look I can only assume was horror. And he said, "Oh, why? Because we're upstairs?" Never talk about this, and we never did. And you know, guys, listen, you've been so wonderful. I'm just gonna set this back up. You've been so good, and I just want to say that this. I'm supposed to say something. This show is sponsored by. Is that it?